Did you send them the links already?
Bam, we're live. Yeah, I sent the links. Austin Hartman, Justin, Sevan hates people on the East Coast. You know, I was thinking about the East Coast the other day. And when I went there as a little kid, I got a great story. The first time I was in New York, someone tried to mug me. I was like in the 7th grade. And another kid tried to mug me. I was walking around the Bronx, but I didn't know I was being mugged. But that's a different story. The East Coast always, there's a it just doesn't feel as free as the West Coast. All those toll roads and just the way the city was set up in Jersey and Baltimore. I always thought, wow, it feels like Europe, like London. Like London doesn't feel like you're in a free country. It's weird.
I got tagged with a toll the other day, and I didn't.
Are you on? Why you're not on the East Coast? Where are you? I thought you're like in Iowa. That shit feels free as hell.
Yeah, exactly. No, I live in Virginia right now. I went through a toll bridge, didn't realize it, didn't pay the toll because I'm from Nebraska and we don't have that. Got another letter in the mail from a debt collector saying I owe like $80 or more. It was a $5 toll, and now I owe like $90.
Oh damn! See,
it's fucking crazy here.
I saw this great thing the other day. They were saying how, you know, it kind of stopped, but about 5 years ago, there was like a 10-year run on like just the craziest anti-smoking campaign, right? And I remember thinking, man, this is kind of harsh. This is like almost like Nazi shit. Like you're not allowed to smoke outside your house. You're not allowed to smoke in some cities. Like they told you had to stand in the street to smoke. And like, I don't want to defend smoking. I know smoking's bad for you. I know I don't want to breathe in secondhand smoke, but just the way, if your neighbor smells you smoking, you can press charges. There was just a bunch of stuff, and it was like starting to get more and more intense. And now we can't even keep homeless people off the streets in California. Like we did this huge push to get rid of smoking. It's just, I don't know what's going on with this hierarchy of ideas of what's important.
Those homeless people are crazy in Knoxville.
Oh, what do you mean crazy?
There's just so many of them.
Oh, really? Oh, because of the weather probably, right?
Yeah, it's great weather over there, and there's hideout and bus stops, and I found like needles and a bunch of bushes places.
Yeah,
and
drug addicts.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop using that word homeless. Let's just call them drug addicts. The drug addicts are out of control here.
It's nuts.
It's hard to watch UFC on the East Coast because it's on so late. I know. I always wonder about that. Everything, right? Even like all the sports. People in the East Coast aren't that special. Sevan hates everyone equally, inclusive. Thank you. Yeah, so this friend of mine texted me and said the last 2 shows weren't that good. I mean, I am sick. I'm definitely sick. Today I was feeling so weird. That's like, it was the first time in a long time today. I think it was this morning. No, last night I had to go pee in the middle of a show because before the show started, I drank a pint of water with like 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I've been drinking so much water.
About 3,900 milligrams of that's going to come out in your piss anyway.
Thank you. Someone asked me if I hated the Rob Forte, Jay Crouch, Brian Friend interview. I didn't hate it. I just haven't figured out how to get Jay Crouch to like talk in full sentences. I was glad Rob Forte was there. I just want to have a conversation with people. He has a nice smile. But I was working. There's some like I didn't work this morning. With Hunter McIntyre, you don't have to work. I actually, when I look at this picture of Rob and Jay, I actually have fond memories of the podcast. It was cool. It was great that we got Brian on too. I'm pumped for this weekend. I think last weekend was like this whole CrossFit thing's cutting into all my UFC love.
Yeah, how are you gonna watch it? It's like 3 events on 3 different time zones for you.
This week coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's driving me crazy. Oh shit! So UFC 275 is not even until the following week.
Oh.
Okay, so we got this guy early. We got this guy 10 days early. Man, what a card. What a card. They had Robert Whitaker on it too, who we talked about with Rob Forte yesterday.
Yeah, it got canceled. Why?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's ask Jack. Hey, dude.
Boys.
Bam. Jack's here.
All right, Sevan. How are you, mate?
Good. I could hear that booming over a stadium as you walk in. Jack is here. Oh my goodness.
Boom.
Hey, can you make your walkouts? Oh shit, what happened? Hello? Oh. Did I go away for a second? Hello?
No, I saw you.
Oh, wow, my computer turned off for a second. Can you make your own walkout song? Like, could you have a DJ mix it? You can?
Oh, yeah, I think you can. I think you can make whatever. No,
wow. Really. Can't you imagine you're in that giant center in Australia fighting for the championship, and like you hear these Godzilla footsteps, and then a voice goes, "Jack is here," and then the lights come on, and you go,
That sounds awesome. I might do that.
Thank you.
He's not very good with making music.
Oh no, someone's just gotta love you and do it.
Someone would do it.
Yeah, like some DJ who loves you. Hey, are you influenced by your fighting style by Nate Diaz at all?
Not really. I sort of have watched a lot of Nate Diaz fights and sort of try and take some things from him. He's pretty good fighter to watch.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like that boxing sort of style, and his style is sort of boxing, so maybe a little bit similar.
Yeah, I was when I was going back and watching all your fights again last night. I saw you doing this thing. I think it's with your right. It's a bitch slap, but you keep your hand closed. It's like I feel like I was seeing like a Nate Diaz slap, but you keep your hand closed.
Yeah, right.
Like you came straight with the left, and then this thing just comes across and just kind of bitch slaps the guy.
Yeah,
it looks horrible to get hit by. It looks horrible.
Yeah, slap's a legit weapon, I reckon. It sort of, if you get them right on the ear, it sort of stuns them for a bit. Then you can try and put a shot on behind it. Oh. But yeah, I definitely stole that from Nate.
You did?
Yeah, he does that a bit, and I think he does it. I think it's sort of like for him, it's people like to see it, but I think it's actually effective technique.
It was like you were and with you, it's more like a club. His is a slap, but I saw yours is kind of like a club.
Yeah.
Man, that last guy you fought, Caleb, can you pull up? I want to say that guy's name. That last guy you fought took some shots from you.
Yeah, I landed a lot of jabs. Just my lead shot, just sort of popping him. They weren't like massive shots, so just a lot of them.
Yeah. So this guy, sorry, was this the last guy or was this two guys?
No, that was my second last fight.
Yeah, this guy took some shots, dude.
He took some big shots. He took some real big shots.
Do you have a parrot or someone tied in the basement?
That's actually my dog.
Oh. You got married.
I'm a married man.
Yeah. Was that just 2 months ago?
It was March, so 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah, about 4 months ago.
Why did you get married?
I don't know. I felt like I was just found the right woman and wanted to lock it up.
Yeah. Do you feel a sense of relief or excitement about the future or both? Or
yeah, a bit of both. Like, I'm excited about the future. I think I found a good woman, so I found everything I need in a woman. So I feel like I just made the decision. But yeah, I'm excited for our future.
They make her look cool in the videos.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Hey, do you tell her too? Like, hey, when the cameras are here, no matter what, we cannot fight. No slip ups. Just perfect. Honky dory.
Nah, to be honest, all the you have to redo some, like when they're videoing us, we have to redo stuff, and then it feels real awkward. Because to be honest, a lot of the videoing of us is quite unnatural. Because they say, "Oh, that was nice. Can you do it again?" And then it's quite awkward from that point on.
Hey, you got to be like, you just got to tell him, hey, motherfucker, you're looking at the future welterweight champ. You get that shit right the first time. We hit that shit on a mark.
I know. Next time I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. You have a great sense of humor, but you should just mix that with your bullying.
I will.
This guy, oh yeah, so your picture is in black and white. Did we get to the bottom of that? If you type in UFC schedule on Google, a beautiful schedule will always pop up if you use the Safari browser, and you can see all the fights, prelim, early prelims, main card. And if you go to the main card on June 11th, UFC 275, you'll see it's Glover Teixeira and Yuri Prochazka, and then if you scroll down, everyone's in color except Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's weird, hey.
Maybe you're a vampire. Maybe you don't photograph in color.
Yeah. Maybe I was just a bit ill that day. I had a bit of a cold. I don't know.
Who is this dude? Ramazan Amiv. Hey, sorry, before you tell me who he is, does that piss you off? I was watching all the interviews you've done so far. And like some of the guy from like heavyweight MMA, he's like telling you about him. He's like, well, he's got a good jab, and what you should probably do is this. And like, do you know what I mean? He's like your coach. You handled it well, and you're humble as shit. But I always wonder if that's getting it bothering Jack.
No, so I just listen. Everyone has their own like things of what they think I should do. So I just sort of listen, and maybe they have a good idea that I could take from them. But sort of got my idea what I think I need to do for the fight, and that's what I want to try and do. Doesn't piss me off too much.
No, do you like it even?
I don't mind it. I just sort of listen to it and sort of see what they say, and if I think it's good, I'll take some stuff from it. Otherwise, to be honest, it's annoying when a lot of people do it. When you speak to some random person, they say you need to do this, this, and this. I go, okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, like if your brother does it, it's all good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, yeah, let's go for a walk and talk about it. Like you get excited, right?
Yeah, true. It can be annoying if the wrong person does it. It can be annoying, but I just sort of just take it.
Like if your mom's like, Jack, just pull his hair and hold him on the ground. Jack, just pull his hair.
That's actually a good one. He doesn't have much hair though.
This dude is so awesome. I DM'd him after the first episode, and he actually responded. I'm a huge fan. Future welterweight champ, Dylan Val.
Dylan, thank you, Dylan. Legend.
I've seen just about it all. We saw Aljamain get kneed in the head while on the ground. We've seen dudes get kicked in the nuts. I haven't ever seen anyone get their hair pulled on purpose. Have you ever seen that in a fight?
No, I don't think I have.
I haven't even seen. I don't see the girls do it either.
There's not a lot of dude fighters that have long hair. When I think about it,
that guy Glover's fighting has that little thing on the top. Glover should grab that thing.
I would grab that thing if that came out. That'd be perfect.
So who is this dude, Ramazan Amiv?
Ramazan's a Russian man. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He's got like a strong majority of the Russian fighters have like a pretty strong wrestling base. So I think that's sort of his go-to is sort of the wrestle, try and hold me. Obviously, that's what I need to try and avoid. Don't let him grab me and just stick and move and try and damage him.
And when Israel fights, I noticed it's kind of. I know your styles aren't the same, but bear with me here. I know you're different fighters, but you move a lot, and Israel moves a lot. You strike a lot, Israel strikes a lot. Someone tries to take Israel down, he stands right up.
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Like the second they take you down, you just you don't like assess the situation. It's just like, hey, get the fuck up.
Yeah, basically. I think just having to, if he does get me down, it's not the end of the world. Just get up straight away and just get, if I can, it takes a lot of energy to grab someone, hold them down, and then they get straight up. Takes a little bit more energy from the person that's the offensive wrestler, if that makes sense. So he'll shoot on me, and hopefully I can just the idea is just get straight back up and continue to work, and that would have drained him of some energy. So I don't want to spend too much time on the ground. I just want to be standing up, smashing him.
Yeah. I like the way you say that. People in your interviews, people are like, what's your plan? You're like, well, just do a lot of damage to him.
Yeah.
Just do a lot.
Yeah, honestly, during the fight I see his face damaged, I feel like I'm doing the right thing.
The plan is being executed. And you have this, and maybe all fighters have this, but you also have this, also from Nick Diaz, Colby Covington, Mighty Mouse. Your game is the pressure game.
Yeah, I try and make my opponent uncomfortable and just try and damage him a lot. So I'm just trying to hit him heaps as
And
much as possible.
no resting time, no assessment, no dancing around, no just like, hey, dude, like the bell's gonna ring and I learned this actually from you from our last conversation. Part of your defense is your offense. While you're punching, like that's part of your defense too, right? I think you were saying
for sure. Every time I hit, I'm trying to have my head off the center line and just, basically, if I'm hitting them, they probably aren't hitting me. So I may as well just keep trying to hit them.
Will you knock him out? This guy out?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I feel like I can if I put the right things together and I make the right decisions. I definitely feel like I can knock him out. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. It's just about making the right decisions at the right time, and I think I can get it done.
Yeah, we'll do breakfast right after this. We'll be done in 14 minutes, and we'll be done in 14 minutes, and then I'll see you guys out front. What are you gonna have for breakfast? Have you started your weight cut?
I'm eating pretty good. No, I wouldn't say I've started it. I'm eating pretty good. I'm just sort of not eating as much as I'd like to eat, but just eating enough that I'm just sort of constantly just getting a little bit lighter, but having enough food that I can still have a good push in training.
Last 2 interviews I saw, you had black eye, and now I see it's kind of healing up. What happened?
Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have it. Yeah, it's still just trying to train hard, just trying to keep the head moving. So we're just still working. I got probably one more hard session today, and then the intensity of sessions sort of drops after that. Little bit less impact stuff.
That video that they made on you, if you type in Jack Della Maddalena Contender Series, they put together a 20-minute video of you.
So yeah,
it's beautiful, right?
It's a cool video. Yeah, it's pretty cool how they did it. I liked it. I don't really like watching myself on video too much, unless I'm fighting. I don't mind watching myself fight because I can. But yeah, on watching myself talk's a bit strange. But it was a very cool video. The way they did it was awesome.
And they were there when your gym had its 10-year anniversary. What's the name of your gym again?
Scrappy MMA. There is there. Yeah, we had our 10-year anniversary and they came along, which it was a cool little. We never ever do stuff like look cool. We were all in suits and stuff, but we've never done anything like that before. So it's just a bit different to get out of the gym gear and see everyone dressed up nicely.
Yeah, the two things that I was really impressed by is that your mom was there.
Yeah,
that's cool. You brought your mom.
Bring mom along.
Would you have done that even if the Contender Series wasn't filming?
Yeah, she was actually keen to go. When I said we're doing like mum likes to get dressed up, you know, if there's any opportunity to put on some get in some nice clothes, she'll do it. So yeah, she was excited to come, and she's sort of been she's helped me out a lot, so she wanted to come and celebrate the gym and celebrate the fighters.
Yeah, she looked great. She looked happy. And then they had a montage of Dana White talking about you.
Yeah.
In front of all your colleagues, all your peers. How was that?
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. We had a couple of awards and I can't remember what the award was, but yeah, there was a little video of that, which is cool. Yeah, it was good. You know, it's exciting for the gym. Everyone in the gym works really hard, and just I'm the first one to get over to the UFC. I think there'll be a few more after me, but yeah, it's cool. It gives everyone else the reasoning that they can also get there if they put the work in and work hard. And
Jack, fight. You're that dude. You're that dude that the other people at the gym are saying, I work out. Yeah, your mom looks great. Your wife looks great. Look at you. You even look handsome. What a fucking cool thing. That warms my heart. see you with your mom and your wife like that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool day. Hopefully do it again.
And good job, Caleb. Just getting a screenshot so we don't get caught. That was smooth, dude.
Nice, Caleb.
You're the guy now that people are like, what gym you work out? You know, the one where Jack works out. It's cool. You know what I mean?
It is cool. Yeah, it is cool. It's cool.
The
gym's good. There's a lot of good fighters in the gym, and everyone at the gym is cool. There's no big egos there. Everyone just wants to get better, and perfect gym it's a perfect gym that I would want to be associated with.
When I met you, and it's a story that never gets old. You had lost your 2 fights and then you won 10 in a row. And I'm rushing through a really great story, but you know, you lost your first 2 and you and your coach said, "Hey, let's win the next 10," and you did it, which is just nuts. And go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say we made it. Yeah, it was a goal that we set. It was a pretty big goal, I guess. 10 wins in a row. But
ridiculous goal.
We made it.
A matter of fact, you know, most people never thought you would even do it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. I think when I was 0-2 and I said I'd get to 10-2, people would probably find that a bit ridiculous.
And but now you're
your mind to something, you make it happen.
Yeah. And now you're 11-2. You've won 11 fights in a row. And you're fighting this Russian dude. I mean, he knows your story. You know?
For sure. Yeah, it'll be a good fight. He's a tough Russian.
Yeah.
He's a tough Russian man, but a person's a person, and yeah, it all comes down to that 15 minutes.
Dude, I haven't seen too many people in my life tougher than you, dude. You are a tough fucking man. He's 35. He's 35. When's his last? And he lost his last fight, I think. I looked.
Yeah, I think he lost to Danny. Yeah, that's right. Split decision. Danny Roberts lost.
So I keep hearing a lot of the guys who are like the real interview guys. They're always saying to you stuff like, "Hey, he hasn't put someone away in 7 fights." When you hear that, what is your reaction?
I don't know. From my perspective, I think Ramazan's pretty well-rounded. He's pretty well-rounded. He's not extremely dangerous anywhere, but he's well-rounded enough that he can win the fight just mainly by, I think he's good at winning the fight, grabbing a hold of someone and just sort of winning on the judges' scorecards. And I think, I don't think he's at the elite level. I don't think he's going to finish many people, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm just going to try and do what I always do, stick and move and bust them up.
Yeah, bust them up. How is what does the word confidence mean, and is it still growing? Does confidence grow?
Yeah, I think confidence does grow. You get confidence from wins, and you sort of get into I think like winning is sort of a habit, and you just get in the zone. And if you believe that you are going to win, I think a lot of fighting does come down to confidence on the day. If whoever's more confident that they will win probably has a better ability to execute their style of fight. So confidence does grow from each fight, and I think it's very important when it comes to fight day. If you're confident you can win, then nothing can really stop you.
That feeling when you walk in there, is there something you're looking for, like some super on switch? Like, I'm here. Is there something you tell yourself? Is there a suit of armor you put on? Is there something you throw away? Is there, you know what I mean? Is there, or is it just the same, Jack? You just cruise.
Yeah, I guess you sort of do when you walk out. Not so much the walk out, but when you enter the cage, it's sort of when you get your face Vaselined up, and then you sort of say you just give your coaches a high five and you send in, and at that point it's sort of
no. If you're Brazilian, you give them a French kiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do that in Brazil.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in Australia, just slap it up and you get in there. And then when you enter the cage, it's sort of game time. You know that it's ready to go. You see your opponent, and then Yeah, I guess well, you're sort of at that point in the zone. Nothing else really matters except getting the win and fighting.
What if you don't go in the zone? Like, could you be in there and like it's like 3, 2, 1, go, and you're like, "Fuck, did I turn the oven off?" Can that happen? Or
Never happened
man,
to
my
me,
gloves
but
don't
yeah,
feel.
I
What?
reckon if you were in there and you were thinking about whether you turn on the oven or not, I think you've got to check your priorities because it's the least of your worries if the oven's on. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like if you get caught up in something else, then you're not
But
fully in the zone and you probably won't make the right decisions at the time.
so what do you do?
I think it's more
Has
just
that
getting.
happened to you? Have you got in there and been like, "Oh shit, I'm not ready. When's Jack gonna show up?"
Yeah, I have before. I have one of my fights I was sort of just all over the place. And then I got kicked in the face early and it sort of sat me down. And then that was sort of the wake up call, what I needed. It's like an
Oh
instant
yeah.
kick across the face. And I thought, oh shit, yeah, now I've got to fight. So sometimes it does take a little bit of a kick in the face to get you going. But most of the times once I enter the cage, I feel like I'm ready to go and I'm fully in the zone and nothing else to me really matters.
Do you like it?
It's that feeling of when I like that feeling when I'm in the cage.
He put up a poll. Did you turn your oven off? Yeah. Look at 100%. People say you're gonna win. 100%.
Yeah, how good's that?
Do you like it?
Like, do
Like
I
I go
like
to
it?
like you go to an amusement park as a kid and you're excited and you get on the ride and you're like, yeah. Like when they say go, is there kind of almost like even though it's tense as shit and you got to kill a dude and dude's trying to kill you, is it like, okay, finally, let's do this
It
shit?
is. I think I think the reason I really like it is one of the few sort of moments you really are like fully present. You're not actually thinking about the oven or what else, like what you're gonna have for dinner tonight. You're pretty much just fully in the zone. And I think anything that you do where you're fully present, it's gonna be something that you enjoy doing. I don't know why, but yeah, I do like it. It's one of few times in my life where you're fully present and you're not thinking about anything else except task at hand.
I had this dude on here, Alexis Landlot or something. He's
Yeah.
an urban climber. There's only like 5 in the world. Basically, he climbs skyscrapers
Yeah, Jesus.
just like
Oh,
barefoot and shit. Yeah.
yeah,
Beautiful young man. You know what I mean? Just a virile
yeah.
fucking 20-year-old savage. Beautiful French man. But what the fuck, man?
That's
And
insane.
that's what he said. He said it's the only place like there he is. He's like, yeah, this is the only place I feel like. Oh yeah, Alexis Landot. He's
That's
like, it's the
insane.
only place I feel like I'm in total control and present. I'm like, dude,
Whoa. Wow, yeah.
come on, bro.
It makes sense to me. I feel like I would
Yes.
never do that at all. But yeah, I don't think you'd be thinking about the oven when you're scaling a building like that. When you're being Spider-Man.
It's the same thing. Though
Yeah, that's
in a way,
insane.
right? He's in a very dangerous position and you're in a very dangerous position.
Yeah, and I think you realize that your next moves could be obviously in his endeavors, it's if he slips up, he's dead.
Yeah.
For me, it's more if I slip up, I could be knocked out or put on my back or that sort of thing. But yeah, it's sort of different in that regard. But yeah, same thing. You just have to be extremely present and you can't be thinking about much else. Sort of like quite meditative in a way.
And no one's trying to stop him. But
Yeah,
someone is trying to stop you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I guess he's probably focused a lot more on himself, where I'm probably just focused entirely on what my opponent's doing, what the other person in the cage is doing.
You see the punches coming, Jack?
Yeah, definitely. You do see him. The ones that you don't see coming are the ones that are gonna be the damaging shots. So you just gotta the eyes are very important in the fight game. Keep the eyes open and you just gotta trust that you don't want to flinch too much. You want to keep the eyes open and you want to be able to witness everything coming, so then you have the time to react necessarily.
Do you remember the first time you started seeing punches? Like,
Not
did you?
really, but I
No.
definitely I through even the first few of my fights, you didn't. It was a lot more like flinching and then
Like street
hoping for the
fighting in the
best.
beginning.
Yeah, definitely. Even the training, it was. But at some point, you after what maybe a lot of punches thrown at you, start to see them and start to sort of trust your ability to see them and then move, or see them and then react correctly.
What a remarkable shift that must be.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you have the confidence to see shots coming and to react, and that's a shift that you are making the right moves forward and you are starting to get more in touch with the game.
When Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor came across the ring at each other, and they both, I think Jose also connected on him, and Conor's connected obviously and knocked him out. Did either of them? They didn't see either of those punches.
I think, I think McGregor sort of, from what I've seen, I think McGregor sort of knew that was what Aldo was going to come at him. I think McGregor pissed him off enough that Aldo was so tense that he was just going to charge at him and try and knock him out. And I think McGregor is one of those athletes that is so calm in there under such big pressure, and he was able just to keep the eyes open and slide back and put the left hand on Aldo. I think Aldo was the one in that fight probably shutting the eyes and trying to swing for the fences, and McGregor was the one with the eyes open and calm and in the moment.
Man, that must be a trip for Aldo. Just one moment completely changed the course of just everything, of the entire fight game.
Yeah, pretty insane. He was such a dominant champion as well. And yeah, that was one of those fights where I think really resonated with me. That was pretty insane to see that happen. That was the most wow moment I think I've ever seen in the sport.
I want the Monkey King to put it to Paddy the Baddy. Have you seen that matchup?
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of the Monkey King.
Have you seen his UFC debut?
I've seen the twerking video. That's it. I haven't actually seen the fight.
You have to see his UFC debut. He knocks this dude out in a way that's so savage. He started crying, Jack.
Yeah, right. I'll watch it.
The Monkey King, Jared Levitt, started crying. That's how savage the knockout is.
Wow.
It's so savage.
Yeah, bro, I'll watch it.
It is crazy. He basically picks the dude. He either picks the dude up in a double leg, or the dude tries to do a flying armbar on him or something, and he basically slides his hand in front of him so it's his forearm's on the dude's throat, and then jumps in the air and dives on him. So his forearm lands on his trach, and the dude just fucking
right, like a slam knockout. That's
insane. It's up there with what happened to Tony, Mr. Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
That was nuts, right?
Yeah, that was nuts. That was out of nowhere. That did not look good. He was out for a very long time. Brutal.
Tell him 4 minutes. You're going to breakfast in 4 minutes. Just tell him to hang tight. Bacon, all that good shit. 4 minutes.
I've actually already had brekkie.
Oh.
Hey, earlier.
How is have you and your brother ever had any, you see, I didn't realize you were so close with your brother. Have you and your brother had ever any distance between you? Like, have you ever been apart for a year, or ever had a fight where you didn't talk or anything like that?
Never. We've definitely had fights. We fought a lot when we were younger, but we've always been lucky enough just to sort of punch each other a lot.
He's translating for us Americans. Thank you, brekkie.
Yeah, no, we've always sort of had fights and then just gotten over it extremely quick. There may have been the longest, probably a day, where we were a bit upset with each other, and then lucky enough, we just sort of get on with it.
What do you do with what did you guys do about girls? So I have 3 little boys, and I can already see like a girl, like I'm like, oh, how are they gonna, like, like a girl will come over and they all like her.
No, we were never really had that issue. To
No,
be
everyone
honest.
like if you caught a fish, it's yours. If he catches a fish, it's his. Like respect.
Yeah. Respect the fish catching. We yeah.
Is that his? Does he have a different job besides being a fight trainer?
Nah, that's his full-time gig, fight training. So we're both pretty much fully delved in the life of martial arts. He trains, I sort of do, I fight, and he trains people full-time.
Crazy,
So, yeah.
crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
I wonder if your mom and dad ever thought that they would have two professional fighters, a professional coach, fighting coach, and a professional fighter.
Nah, I don't think they would have never. When at a younger age, when we started asking them if they could take us to a MMA gym, they both thought, please don't, because we know you'll both want to compete. But yeah, we basically just loved it from the get-go.
I saw you doing some juggling. Is there any value to that, to honing that skill as a fighter?
It's good for I think it's good for the eyes and the hands just to be in sync. But I don't spend too much time juggling. But yeah, I definitely think anything that you can get the eyes are, I think, probably one of the most important things in the fight game. Any sport really, when you're reacting to something, I think the eyes are important. So I think anything that you can increase your eyes strength and speed, I think it's going to help you.
What do you think about that ball with the string on it?
I have played around with them. I think that's similar sort of thing. I think it definitely can. It can help your eyes. Hand-eye coordination is important.
I like that thing. That thing's fun. But
it is fun. You can get stuck playing with that thing for a long time. I think.
Yeah. Are you talking about the ball?
The ball, the boom, boom,
Oh
boom.
yeah. When you said you could get stuck playing with that thing for a long time, my mind started wandering. So when I do that, since I'm not a fighter, I always wonder too if that thing's creating bad habits.
Ooh, I don't think so.
No.
No, what would it? No, I don't believe so. I think it's good for the eyes, and you are always punching. You need to punch straight. You just got to make sure that thing doesn't hit you in the head when it comes back.
Yeah.
But I like that thing. I don't actually have one, but there is one at the gym.
You don't have one? I even have one of those, Jack. I even have one.
If you get one,
I'll send you one if you win.
Yeah, please.
Your fight is on Singapore on June 11th.
Yeah.
Easy, same time zone, I heard you saying.
Same time zone, 5-hour flight, so it's pretty easy. There won't be any like issues with traveling or.
Will your wife go to it?
She is going to come. She's going to come along.
Are you dabbling in it? Are you dabbling in any CrossFit these days?
A little bit. We do strength and condition. I do a strength and conditioning workout once a week, and the guy that runs that is he's Finn Johnson. He's a good CrossFitter, and yeah, it's pretty much a CrossFit workout basically. Probably once a week. He's good at setting up. Do you punch balls? Workout.
I want you to meet a friend of mine. Well, I don't know if he's a friend of mine, but he's a dude. He's a dude I know.
What's up?
Justin Medeiros, the fittest man alive.
He is. I have actually watched him many times.
And meet Jack Della Maddalena, who's fighting in UFC 275 on June 11th on the main card.
Dude, what's up, man?
How are you, Justin? Nice to meet you.
Dude, doing awesome. You from Australia?
Yeah, Australia.
Oh, heck yeah.
What do you mean? You know that? You've been watching the show for the last hour. What are you talking about?
Dude, I've been training. I just got home.
Nice.
Jack,
where are you from? In America?
I'm from like the West Coast, kind of bounce around a bunch, but I actually just got a new training partner. She's from Australia.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, all from Adelaide. Oh, if you know
Adelaide. Yeah, cool. Hell yeah. What a spot.
Oh, yeah. I need to make a trip out there one of these days.
Jack, thanks for coming on, dude.
No, pleasure.
You
Sevan.
the man. I'm so pumped that I've jumped on the Jack train, and we'll be rooting
Sevan.
from you here in the States.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. Enjoy,
right, man.
guys. Nice to meet you, Justin. All
Nice
the best,
meeting you, man.
brother.
Have a good one, dude. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, good luck in the future.
Ciao.
See you, brother. See you, Sevan.
Hey,
Hiller didn't get to meet him.
yeah, you didn't bring me in on time. Hey,
Not
Justin,
big
nice
time
to
enough.
meet
Not-
you, dude.
Not
What's
big time
up,
enough.
man?
How are you, sir?
Doing awesome.
How long have you been sitting there for?
5 minutes?
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Out
He's
with
got
the
his
Jack
other
notes.
notes out.
In with the Justin notes. Hey, that video of you missing the rope is awesome.
I trying to make fun out of a shitty situation, man. I was pissed about it, but
It was so good. How did you get that footage?
I had a guy out there for my YouTube channel. I came up with I released a video about the whole weekend, and he was sitting there videotaping that workout. And I was throwing a little pouting fit after that workout, and he's just sitting there on his computer, and then walked over and showed me that video. He thought he was freaking hilarious.
It's
How
so
much
good.
of a difference do you think that made?
Oh, well, wait a second.
well-
Before you go into that,
All right.
that's actually, hold on. This whole video is going to be about this video.
Dude, it's gonna, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. Can you go to Justin Medeiros' YouTube page, Caleb? Hey, do you know what else happened there, Hiller?
What else happened there? I think I know.
Okay. Because I didn't know until I went to Justin's YouTube station and watched the video. And missing it was only like half the problem. He got another big problem too, which is just savage what he did.
On that exact rope climb or on a different rope climb?
That one.
Maybe
It was
I don't
that
know what
one,
you're
right?
talking
Justin,
about.
it was the same one, right?
No, I think it was a rep or two later.
Oh, okay. You know, Hiller, you know.
I did know what you were talking
That was
about.
a rough workout, man. I was really pissed. But yeah.
Are we
Let's
watching it
just
again?
fuck it. Let's just start there. And then we'll go back to the beginning. By the way, congratulations on the YouTube station. It's dope.
Thanks, man. Trying
Yeah.
to get it going.
Do you edit those?
No, not me. Not me.
Let's
Dude.
say
I'm that
Jesus.
talented.
That's the one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Attaboy.
Okay, can you rewind that? So for those of you who don't know exactly what's going on, basically the first one was he jumped and missed the rope, which is just awesome. Because I was actually asking what that actually looks like, and then 2 hours later, bam, there it is on Justin's Instagram. But this one here, Justin, walk us through what happened here, if you can.
Well, I mean, I got flustered after missing the rope. I went into that workout like this is my workout to win, and just had that mistake in a workout that cost seconds, and then got into that rope climb, and it was so loud that I couldn't hear my judge, and I went up to touch, and I just like nicked it, like just barely touched it, and I was like, shit, like what if she no reps me and I come all the way down and then have to climb all the way back up? Like I'm screwed if that happens. So like I nicked it, came back down, I'm like, screw it, go back up and touch one more time, clear. So then I went up and touched it again. And yeah, I mean, after freaking, missing the rope on the rep number 5, and then on 6 or 7, that happened, man, I was just like, I was pissed. I like crossed the finish line. I was like, I freaking got 4th in that workout. Like I was just so mad. My coach gave me like 20 minutes to throw a fit. That passed. And then I looked at the leaderboard and I got 7th. And I was like, what in the F? And then you look at the times and I was 2 seconds away from 3rd.
winning?
Like, I don't even
Oh,
know.
from
It
3rd.
was just, I was very mad. I think there's more than 2 seconds of mess up there. I could be wrong, but I think I could have done a lot better in that workout. But that's part of the game, you know? In a workout like that, like you got to be able to execute it. And I did not.
It could have been worse, right? You could have just come down and gotten the no rep, and then you could have
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what my judge did. Going back and watching it, it looked like she didn't even see it. So, but that's it's on me to like make sure that like it's my job to make the judge's job easy, and I don't want to give them a reason to no rep me. And I nicked it and wasn't sure if she saw it, so went back up and touched again. But yeah, I was pretty irritated, and somehow my lead extended after that workout, and I was just I don't even know.
I get this joke. I've been saving my singles for Justin. He like you're a stripper, Justin. There's this story I've told several times about a professional arm wrestler I know named Travis Bagent. And he said when you arm wrestle, there's two people you have to beat. You have to beat the referee and your opponent. And this is fucking fascinating. This is going to be a story that I think all commentators, all pundits should remember forever. He got the rep, but to make sure that he got it, because the stadium was so loud, he went up and hit it again. Whereas I think other athletes would have come down and fought with the ref. And you didn't do that. It's like this ultimate personal responsibility, accountability. I think it's that what do you think, Hiller? Is that more just he's more,
I would
more
say
indicative,
it's
more
a lot
data
of
that
it.
he's the champ?
I would say it's kind of ingrained in you at a certain point. So when running the affiliate, you would see people doing workouts, and a lot of the stuff that I do comes from character of people. And Justin's got a character. He's like, okay, he's going to leave no stone unturned. He's going to get his ass up there, make sure that he's not leaving it up to chance. And then you kind of also see when push comes to shove, they'll argue with the judge, or if they're in a gym setting, they'll shave a couple of reps, and they're like, oh, no one's going to care. But the only one you're really cheating is yourself. In his case, he was just trying to help himself out. Like, he could have gotten 10th, like I just said, but he got 4th, and it's still not as good as it could have been. But also because of his character, he ended up being on top after everything was said and done. Hope that made sense. Yeah,
It did.
You're a good dude, Justin.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You won't be the subject of any of Andrew's videos.
What did you think when you saw the video I put up on you? I got to ask.
Dude, I was hoping that you said that I was. Like, I was like, I want to see what ground this guy has to stand on. You know, like this is clickbait. He's going to say I'm on it. Everyone says people at the top's on it. I was like, I want to make a whole video about it. Like, I want to see what ground he has to stand on. And I was like, okay. I mean, I actually might like this guy. Like,
so like half of the fun in making those is like I've gotten called out by Tommy Marquez for like not reaching out to people. It's like, hey, you don't do your due diligence and ask the sources. I go, half the fun is making the video and then imagining what they think when they see it. So I imagine you waking up and you're like, oh my God, what's it? You what?
I had tons of people send me that video.
And then I think I heard you say on another one.
I was like, I want to see it. And as of like the first couple of minutes, I was waiting for you to like take a stance, and you really didn't. And then finally, you took your stance. And I was like, okay, like let's see where he has to stand on. Let's go through this thing.
It was like what 2/3 of the way through. I think I actually said that I thought you were natural.
Yeah,
something like that. Your mom messaged me and she's like, "Thanks for making a nice video on Justin." I'm like, I thought she was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna kill this guy."
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. My mom will let you know. She watches everything.
Yeah,
dude. His dad was loading the pickup truck with guns.
Dude, right, man. You better
heading
watch
east.
He lives in Illinois. We'll find him.
Dang right.
Why did you start the YouTube station? When did you start it?
Me?
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool. If people haven't watched it, they should go back and watch my first like real YouTube video.
I did that. But, it's good.
Huh?
I did that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe I watched the second one. It's a Wadapalooza qualifier.
Well, yeah. Well, so I have those videos back on there that I just like posted for just like for qualifiers and stuff like that. And then I have a video on there that's called In the Hunt.
Oh, okay.
If you
are you standing there in the shadows, like you're all shadowy?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's that one. And yeah, and it's a documentary of the 2020 games of stage 1. It was my first ever CrossFit games. Adam right there. He's been to the games 10 times. It's been like a crazy, like he knows what the games are. Like it's just such an experience. And my first ever games was going to be held inside the affiliate, which was really cool. I mean, it's unique, but like, I mean, it's not the CrossFit games, you know, like you're not out there and in front of like fans in a stadium or everything else. So he wanted to make that special for me. So he surprised me actually and hired some video guy to come out there and make like a 5 to 10 minute video for my family. I mean, none of us thought I was getting top 10, let alone top 5, let alone top 3, you know? So he came to make the video. It turned out to be a really cool story. He made a 35-minute like documentary about it that turned out to be really awesome. And then we posted it on my YouTube. And from then it was like, you know what, like, let's actually try to make like some videos. So kind of since then, that same guy has been been helping me, and we brought some other people on the team too to kind of help with them. But yeah, just like by chance, Adam wanted to do something cool for my family, and it turned into a whole story.
So you had two video guys fly out to Syndicate?
No, so I have.
Oh wait, where were you at?
Was,
were you at the Mac or you were Syndicate, right?
I was at Syndicate, but
okay.
Salvy's the guy that kind of helped me get the YouTube off the ground, and I have another friend named Dallas. His schedule's a lot more flexible, a longtime friend, always in video work. So he came out there and videotaped it and then sent the stuff back to Salvy that edited it so we can get it out quicker.
I'd like to say this to Salvy. There's this kind of filmmaking. It's called verite filmmaking, and a lot of people have left it. It's called truth filmmaking, and it's just fly on the wall filmmaking. And I just really liked your video because it reminded me of that style. It's just like the truth. It's not like hyper polished. It's edited very professionally, obviously, with a lot of quick cuts and like the story's moving and the music's great, but it was real. And there are some real lines in there. I like the part where I like seeing yours and here it is. Terms of cinema verite and direct cinema are often used interchangeably to describe a style of observational documentary style filmmaking that feels real. Impromptu, not scripted. And so much of the stuff we get from our crew now is so polished and scripted. It's nice to see it kind of like a one-man team kind of do that, go back to this old school real feel. But like when Adam, I like seeing yours and Adam's relationship. That's like my favorite part. And I like it when he's pulling the knee sleeve off you.
Yeah.
And there's a great.
Those are kind of small, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a little tight, you know.
Well, how are your legs that big? What are they? Mediums?
Yeah, they're mediums.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose? Is that on purpose? Are you too cheap to buy the larges, or you like them that tight?
No, I like them that tight.
Yeah.
We were talking about that in the last show. How they're a slight performance enhancer. The knee sleeves. They're allowed. Don't get me wrong. Like wear.
I mean, you could say the same thing about a belt.
Yes, you can. That's what we were saying. And then well, what was the competition, Sevan? Do you remember? There was some competition where they weren't allowing knee sleeves.
Oh, it was at the regionals. At the regionals one year, that it was a regional director had sent me an anonymous email basically saying that one year we made everyone take the tape off their shoes for handstand push-ups against the wall because it helped them slide tape off the heels, and pull off knee sleeves. And then someone said that they had been at competitions where someone had put on these super thin sleeves were the only ones that were allowed. So some competitors would put 2 pair on.
Huh. Yeah. That's weird. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think like obviously, yeah, there's like things that helps. I mean, grips for pull-ups, belts, knee sleeves, weightlifting shoes. I mean, to an extent,
that's all allowed.
Everything that you do helps. Like
what was that thing Panchik did at the games last year where he put water on the ground for something? What was that?
I'm not sure.
Were there monkey bars, or there was somewhere he put water on the ground? Well, I think it got on the pegboards for some people and fucked up their pegboards for them, made them slippery.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't know.
That's the type of weird stuff I'll remember too.
Okay. So you get the YouTube. You get the YouTube. No, I'm not making it up. That you get. This brain holds so little. You get the YouTube station started, and then who decides that you're going to film at the Syndicate? Like, do you say, "Hey guys, turn on your cameras. We're going to Syndicate," or does Adam, or is it something that they're like, "Hey, we want to come make a piece"? How does that work?
It's kind of mostly, I think, like on me. I mean, obviously, like they're always willing to kind of help me out, but I kind of think like those are kind of the cool things to kind of story tell. I mean, everyone gets to watch the event, but I think people like seeing kind of like behind the scenes how I like act like with just me, my friends, and stuff like that. And that's kind of the part that like I want to highlight. Like you can go and watch the events, and I don't want to make that like the focus point of the channel. Just kind of I want people to like learn about me, what I do, like in between training sessions and stuff like that. And obviously we're going to show some highlights of training, but you're not going to go to my channel and see all my workouts, all the highlights and all stuff like that. Like it's just kind of see like how I am during my training day and how I am during competition and in between workouts. So it's kind of on me. And obviously like Dallas, he's the guy that kind of comes with me. He's like a long-term friend. So it's super easy. Like he knows when to like back away and when to like, okay, like I can talk to him now and he's a friend. So it's not like it's like he stayed with me in my hotel room. So it's not like it's a bother or anything like that. And that's the important thing. If it was like a video guy that I didn't know, like then that would be like more of a issue, you know?
Yeah, it's
Sevan, when you were watching that, did you at all get?
I don't get time to say
I'm
it.
cutting you off. I'm cutting you off.
It feels
Froning
easy. You
documentary.
feel normal in front. Well, I just saw Brian Friend called, and I wasn't sure if I should answer that or not. And I didn't know if it would be rude to just bring him onto the show. Fuck it. Okay.
Oh, he really
shit.
wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
You have to tell him he's on, or else that's illegal.
Brian, I'm live on the air, and you're live with me. Sorry. Should I send you a link? Do you want to come on with us?
No one wants to hear what I'm about to tell you. Call me when you're done.
Okay. Bye.
Which means everyone wants to hear it. Bring it back.
Wow,
Call
that
back.
was
Get him back out. Demand it.
Intense. That was intense, right?
that was intense. He doesn't. Do you get phone calls like that often from him?
He's a very serious man.
If I got that phone call from anybody, I'd be like, you know what, guys, I gotta go. You know, like I gotta go see what this is about.
You seem very comfortable in front of the camera. That's all I was gonna say. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Hiller.
Oh, I just wanted to say that, and I want to see your opinion of this, Sevan, is when you were watching this YouTube video, if you had any sort of Froning documentary vibes, because remember the Froning movie? The best parts of that, in my opinion, because it's kind of what I was into and still am into, were the training pieces and the little bit, like the little glimpses of the competition. And Justin, what you just said was that you didn't want to show the entire thing, but you wanted to show like a little glimpse of it and what was going on around it for you and yourself. And I thought that was pretty cool and really well done by the guys who did the video for you.
Heck yeah. I appreciate that.
Caleb, at 155, he calls Jason Hopper. This is one of the highlights in the video.
No. Jason called me.
And then you stole your shoes.
I never talked to him, and I'm sitting there the night before competition. I'm like, show it to Dallas. I'm like, look who's calling me. Like, what the hell does this guy want?
He wanted to steal your shoes.
And did he FaceTime you?
Yeah, he FaceTimed me. The dude is, he's my favorite dude to hate.
Okay, so this is the night before the syndicate. You're in your hotel room with your filmmaker, and this is what goes down. Here we go. Not this.
What are you gonna open up with the complex?
I don't know, dude. Probably like 315.
Yeah, I want to like give myself a shot at 400. So I'm gonna.
You're gonna hit like 352.
Probably tie what I did at Rogue. That's what I was thinking.
I know you suck at ski too, so we'll see how much you improve on that too.
I know, man. It's gonna be so much fun, dude. Skiing, wall balls, freaking rowing. Pretty much, I suck at everything this weekend. Like if you don't beat me, you should be worried. You know, I mean, you beat me last year, and you saw what happened at the games. And if I beat you this year, it's like shit.
You're gonna outlift me. You're gonna smash me on the thruster workout. You're gonna beat me in the last workout. So
he's videotaping you now. Be careful what you say.
Hey, I can't wait to see Justin on the Echo bike.
We're gonna put a little icon right here that says Justin's best friend. Right there. BFF. We'll see. I think I'm gonna have something for you at the end of this weekend. I got a little something for you. I've been thinking about you. Don't you worry. It's good.
Hey, at that point, did you know that what you were going to give him at the end?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you did know.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you guys. I don't want to tell you guys what you guys got to watch the video to see. Justin does give him something at the end. It's pretty good. You got to go. You got to go watch the video.
So you never talked to him before that? That was the first time? You'd ever spoken to Jason like that on a phone call?
I mean, he's a funny dude, you know, like we, after the games last year, we spent like a week in Miami together. We like went there to film for Wadapalooza. So like we spent time like that, but, kind of bantered with him a little bit at Wadapalooza. But like,
I actually laughed at the 400 comment. I was watching the video and I giggled out loud.
This dude's like thinking I'm gonna go out there, give him my whole freaking strategy and everything, man. I'm like,
he gave you his.
Yeah. I know. He actually opened at 315.
I'm gonna open up at 315. Yeah, what are you telling me for? It's like, what is Frazier teaching you? This is why you stick with Knifer.
You know Jason's watching this too. He's gonna go back and watch this.
Oh, he's gonna be like this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you did open with 315. You ended up opening with 315 you yourself.
Yeah, giving him a chance at 400.
Dang
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know?
And you say in the video that you were prepared that day to do 345. Is that for real?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Man.
I wanted to open I don't need to talk about it too much, but I went 315, went to 330, and that's a 15-pound jump. So that allows me to make another 15-pound jump if I wanted to. Like, couldn't go to 350 or 355 or anything like that after. So 15-pound jump, was prepared to make another 15-pound jump. Me and Adam were talking, or not talking, but trying to communicate a little bit about what I needed to hit. 330 was a solid lift. Kind of take the points, hit 335, beat the people I needed to beat, and kind of move on with the rest of the weekend. And I think after hitting 335, there's definitely a lot more in the tank there. I felt really strong during that lift too. So good way to walk away from the weekend through.
Is there, and then there's a line in there that Adam says, I think it's Adam who says it. We open with a lift that we know for sure we can do, or maybe you say it. One of you says it. But what if you don't make that lift? What if you catch it too far forward on your shoulders and you don't make it? Is there a plan B? Do you guys even talk about a plan B?
I mean, no. I mean, like you said, we open under weight that we know we're going to hit, and there's no doubt in my mind that weight's going to happen. And I think that's just the weight that I got to get through. I mean, once you get that weight, it's all downhill from there. But
Seven, I'd have to venture to bet for Justin. It'd be like you wandering in the garage to go pick up 205 on the deadlift. You just know it's in there.
No, yeah. I don't.
You can do it. You know you can do that. It's the same thing for him. Wander in there, warm up a little bit. The thing I want to talk about with Justin and all this is that you do an ungodly amount of stretching. Like every other clip in that thing is you stretching, which I think is awesome. I mean, you're very mobile. You can tell that you work on it, and it's clear in the video. But a little bit of stretching, and then you're out there and you're hitting 315. So it's Sevan, to go back to your point. I just think that it's there was no doubt in his mind he was going to hit that, and that should be the point for a lot of the athletes. You see, it's the case in the final heat, but in the first heat, that's the only one where some people were missing, with the exception of Oscar, the big guy with no neck, who opened at 335.
Yeah, did you see that, Justin?
That made no sense to me watching what he did. I mean,
he was going for 400, actually.
Yeah, he was, dude.
What did you think about Tudor Magda, his performance?
Yeah, dude, honestly, to be honest, I mean, I honestly haven't heard about anything about him before. Adam had. I was talking to Adam kind of going in, and we're just kind of trying to feel out, okay, who's the people here that are gonna kind of hit some big weights. And I had some people in my mind that I thought were going to do pretty good in the event. And Adam said that, no, dude, he's a strong kid too. And I didn't know that he was working with Townsend or anything like that. But I was honestly really impressed with him throughout the weekend. I mean, obviously, he had a big lift. And I think, honestly, last year, I mean, Jason opened up and he snatched 300. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, we still have 5 more events. He's probably going to taper off, and Jason didn't. He ended up winning it last year. And I think that kind of the same thing for me about Tudor. I mean, he hit a big lift, but he held his own the rest of the weekend. And I was super impressed. Obviously, he's 19 years old. That's
crazy.
That's insane. He moves well, and I think he's got a bright future.
I got a great question.
Go
off of that. So we keep on talking about Haley Adams and how the big thing she's missing is her strength, and we're now talking about Townsend and his athlete Tudor, and we're talking about you. And I remember one of the first things that I remember about you that really stuck out was your front squat in the online qualifier for the games in 2020. And that was the video that we all just saw. And where do you think that your progression and strength came from? And where do you think it may be lacking in someone like Haley? Is it a genetic component, or is it something that you and your coach work on quite a bit? And is it something linear that you've seen happening? Or how do you feel about all that?
I mean,
Haley's clearly missing it a bit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that I've worked on. I mean, you went back and kind of went through my Instagram, and I've kind of always lifted weights. I mean, I remember the reason why I started CrossFit in the first place, I joined football, and my mom wanted me to be strong. So she joined the CrossFit gym. Hey, I think it'd be good for you there. And I remember I did my first football weightlifting thing, and they're teaching cleans, and then I joined CrossFit a couple months later, and like CrossFit was telling me to like make contact with my hip, and I was like, what the heck does that mean? Like in weightlift, like football, they're just like reverse curl, you know? So I
Rip
didn't
it
even know
up.
what that was. And I think going like when I first started CrossFit, that was like one of the main priorities was strength. And my coach before Adam, I mean, I got that. I was like one of the strongest I've ever been my freshman year of my senior year of high school. Like I didn't beat my front squat PR until 2020 games from my freshman year or my
Wow.
senior year of high school.
So you said prioritize, and that's just kind of the way you look at it, right? So
Yeah,
we
no,
heard
for
Haley
sure.
say that she prioritizes Metcons.
Yeah, and I think obviously there is a genetics component to it, but I don't think that's like a make or break. I definitely think.
Yeah.
I mean, if your mindset is that, oh, I'm just genetically bad at this, I'll never be good, then you're never going to be good. You know.
Well, that's why
So-
that's why I asked, because I don't want to say that that's what it is. I mean, clearly it's going to help a bit to an extent, but if you were prioritizing it for 4 years in high school to the point where your senior year you were kind of topping out, and then only 4 years later you're beating a PR from your senior year in high school, it's something that maybe she should be prioritizing it a bit. Maybe.
No, for sure. I mean,
who's to tell her what to do? But
yeah, I mean, my argument to it is there's no world where Matt Frazier should be good on the machine in my eyes. Like he's 5'6". Like if you're short, you're bad on the machine.
Correct.
Like, that's just like what people say. And the dude gets top 5 in machine events, and it's like, okay, so why can't that be reversed to strength?
That's right.
You know. So there's
Haley's gonna hear that and come out and clean
that
400.
Excuse. Yeah.
Justin, after the rope climb, you said something here, and I think some people take it tongue in cheek, but you said your coach gave you 20 minutes to feel sorry for yourself, and then you had to get over it. But in the video, it appears you may have even set a timer. Is there an actual timer he sets, and you look down and you say there's 3.5 minutes left?
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Cool.
And it cues you. The alarm goes off on the iPhone. You're like, all right, that's done.
Yep. There's no more. I mean, obviously I'm still thinking about it a little bit, but it's like I have that 20 minutes to talk about it, complain about it, act like a little girl, and just freaking bitch and complain for a while. And then after that 20 minutes, it's just like, all right, like get over it. But right when that timer went off, I shut up, laid down, looked at the leaderboard, and I did a lot worse than I thought I did. And then I needed another like 10 minutes. But
wait, what? You said you looked at the leaderboard and you thought you did worse. I thought you said you took 7th, and Hiller said you took 4th. What did you take?
I took 7th. So,
I thought I heard you say you took 4th. Okay.
No, so there was a time from the previous heat.
Did you hear Hiller fuck that up? Did you hear Hiller fuck that up?
I did.
I want to make a video on that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to make him sound bad, but
me neither.
No,
okay,
do
good.
it.
I'm glad I got it in.
Take your punches. Don't pull them. Hit hard.
Yeah, no. But I knew the guy from the previous heat beat me, and then Sprague beat me, and then I think it was Tudor that slid past me, and I was super pissed that Tudor beat me. And I was pissed that I messed up in the event. And I was like, I got freaking 4th place, like super irritated. And then I went back and looked at the leaderboard and I got 7th. And the workout that I thought I was going to win, like hand in hand, ended up being my worst finish of the weekend. So it's always a great feeling.
It must be frustrating, like someone who's James Sprague, who hasn't even finished going through puberty, beats you. That's,
dude,
it's got to be.
I know. And it's just like, it's not even a fitness thing. It's a poor execution thing. And that's like the worst feeling ever. Like
James is a beast. I'm just busting his
dude.
balls.
He's
a monster.
Kid. He's a great kid.
But he does, but he does seem so. I mean, he's just got such young energy.
For sure.
At 10:20, can you pull that up, Caleb, in the video? I see you talking to the judge. How? Tell me about your interaction with your judges when you first walk up. And is that important? Like the eye contact, shake their hand, schmooze them, or do you have a protocol for your judges?
No, I mean, I wouldn't call it a protocol, but I mean, I volunteered at the games before and stuff like that, and I know it's pretty like shitty. I mean, I did it once and didn't go back the next year. It's a lot of hard work and stuff, and obviously you get it's obviously a really cool experience, and I encourage people to do it. But like, I mean, those guys are out there volunteering their time, like. And I mean, to go out there and just like shake their hands, like, hey, like pretty much I walk up, shake their hand, like, hey, thank you, I'm Justin. If I mess up, be really loud, like tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. And that's about it. And if I have any questions about the flow of the event or anything, that's like my last chance to be like, hey, can I do this right? Like, or whatever question I have. And I don't know if you go back and watch.
There it is right there. What are you saying to her right there? Do you remember?
I was trying to tell her she was trying to communicate to me. I wanted her to tell me what round I was on, because they told us in the briefing that they're going to say 9, and that means you're on your last round. Like, you're never going to.
No, I think that's something Hitler said. That's like take the Jews to the to the train. 9.
Yeah, and then so then I was running back on the rope climb that I missed the rope, and I was going like this because I was like, she's about to say 5, right? I was like in the lead or like really close to it. I'm like, all right, time to like push for it now. And then she said 4. She's like, no, 4. And then I was like, what? And then I was confused. I missed the rope. I ran back. Then she said 6.
And just so you know, Justin, I used to have a deaf girlfriend, and this doesn't mean 5. It means you want the back of my hand, bitch.
Backhand,
just so you know,
front hand,
So be careful with how you're like your 9s in your hand. Just like there's the other languages out there.
To your
I'll
left is the best judge of the semifinal competition right now. Yep, there he is.
Bald dude?
The man. Oh yeah, that's him. I believe that's him. No, it might not be him. Now that I'm looking closer. Sorry.
Okay, and have you had any are you happy with the judging?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think like I said before, it's our job as an athlete to make the judge's job easy. And if you give them a reason to give you a no rep, then they're probably going to give it to you. Like, it's your job to make it clear. And if you're writing that line, then you're risking that as an athlete for them to no rep you. And I think that's, and I've been on the shitty end of that, you know. I think going back and watching the MAC in 2020, I got no repped on a countless number of wall balls because I wasn't hitting depth. And I think all my wall balls looked the same, but I was right at parallel. So they could have all been no reps and they could have all been reps. And I think it's something that me and Adam talk about. I mean, just go below parallel and don't give them a reason to no rep you. So I think obviously there probably is a lot like bad situations of judging, but I think a lot of them can be fixed by just doing your job as an athlete. Like, if you're riding that line, then they're gonna and they call it like, I don't know, like it's and you're not going to argue with your judge out there. Like, just do what they tell you to do and then figure it out after the event if you have a problem with it.
Can you make it an entire? They should clip what?
The CrossFit Games should clip that segment as spoken by the games champion from last year and like just play it for the semifinals. And I think there's an Adrian Bosman quote for back in the day where he's talking about if you do a rep 99% of the way, that means you still didn't do the rep the right way.
Yeah, for sure.
And CrossFit, just so you know, if you do clip that and post it, I won't report you. I'll let it go.
It's awfully nice of you.
One love.
And then it's also like if you leave it up to judgment, expect there to be a judgment call.
For sure.
I think that was another one.
Yeah,
is it unrealistic?
I think the only time that like it's hard is when if it's not clear before the workout, you know? And I think that's the only time that things can get confusing. But other than that, it's like, just do your job.
Is it unrealistic to think you're going to go to an event like Syndicate or the Games and not get a single no rep?
I mean, I think that would be pretty awesome. I mean, that's always the goal. I mean, I don't think I've ever done an event and not got a no rep, but
I wonder if anyone has.
Yeah, and I think that's like your kind of job as an athlete. Like, I'm going to push that line, and hopefully my judge calls it to me. Like, if my judge is not calling it, like, then, like, if you see an athlete that's doing a bunch of no reps, like in a competition, and the judge isn't calling it, that's not the athlete's fault, in my opinion. That's the judge's fault. It's the athlete's job to ride that line.
For sure.
And they're gambling, you know? Like, you're rolling the dice, and you're going to push that line hard as you can, and it's the judge's job to hold that line. And I think if you see an athlete that's doing a bunch of no reps and they're not getting called, then, I mean, obviously I'm going to be frustrated. I'm like, damn, why didn't I do that? Or kind of whatever. But it's the judge's job to kind of do that. And you kind of push it. Okay, I'm not getting no rep. Like, I'm going to kind of push this a little bit further. And hopefully then my judge will be like, usually the judge will give you a warning and then no rep you, and then you fix it. So.
Speaking of pushing the line, are you the most dominant cribbage athlete player on earth? What you're not even a crib. Isn't cribbage like, but what is the fuck is cribbage?
Like cards.
Cribbage is the best game ever.
What
yes,
is it?
I'm the most dominant player on earth.
Damn
Do
right.
you play?
Dude, yeah, Matt Frazier plays too.
Okay, fine. Are you the most dominant cribbage player on earth?
for sure. I'm gonna take the title. You know, if anybody
And,
wants, the
Tell the
title,
people at the retirement homes.
catch me outside.
And also, how long have Ellie and you been in a relationship?
Not been in a relationship. I think you asked that question.
Right down here it says, make sure you ask Justin this. Justin, what did you say last time your mile time was? I missed it last time you were on.
Dude, you're gonna have to go back and look at that. I don't remember what I said.
5:23. Does that
See,
sound
there
right?
we go. It's 5:23.
There you go.
I find it a
you guys
hard time. I'm really trying this year to like really break that 6-minute mile mark.
Were you even going to let it slip for a second, Justin?
No.
Do you judge the programming? There were some athletes who were saying like, hey, it's not even worth like watching anyone complain or say anything about the programming because we're going to have to go out there and do it, and judging it and complaining about it isn't helpful to performance.
I mean, it's not helpful for performance, but I think it's fun.
Okay.
I
Amen.
like looking at it, being like, oh, well, this is super biased or whatever it is. I mean, it's not like, I think it's like the same thing. People are like, oh, why pay attention and try to guess the open workouts? Like, it doesn't help you perform. I'm like, well, but it's kind of fun. Like, I want to brag if I get it right. Like, like I called that shit, you know? So, I mean, it's obviously not. I mean, every athlete I feel like says that their semifinal was the hardest, or we had the most toughest athletes, or whatever it is. I mean, I think that
were people saying that at yours?
Huh?
Were people saying that over at yours?
Yeah, I mean,
That you had the best athletes at your semifinal?
For sure. I mean, everyone's like, oh yeah, we had the strongest athletes here, and it was a strength biased weekend.
They were in your video. We keep talking about your video. You brought up the bike, the Echo Bike workout, and how that was exclusively a biking workout. Whoever wins the bike wins the workout. Still feel that way after having done it? Because I think you said it before, and it was an edited video.
Yeah, no, I definitely said that before. I mean, going into that workout, the tank push. I mean, long as you don't stop, you're not really going to make up time to anybody on that. And I think for the most part, like the dumbbell work, the reps take what they take. And there might be a couple seconds variation between athlete to athlete, but like when someone beats someone that workout by 30 seconds, it's not like they did double press 30 seconds quicker, you know, like they bike quicker, you know, and I think that was kind of the deciding factor.
So now that we're talking programming, could you just say make it a 10-minute AMRAP for bike calories and then call it a day? Like the leaderboard would have filtered out the same way then, right? Didn't Hopper win, and Hopper would have won, and you would have been like top 4 as well?
I think Sprague beat him.
Oh, he did, and I called that. I forgot about that. All right,
sure.
So
I mean,
Sprague would have won, then Hopper.
Sprague like got Hopper in a couple workouts, and it was kind of fun.
Hopper's pissed.
Yeah,
Hopper's
it was good. It was good.
Hopper's getting soft.
I don't even understand this comment. How many reps? How long could Justin rep my last tip video I posted with? I don't get it.
You process that.
I can't process that.
I think he posted a video.
But thank you, Zachary, for the dough.
How many reps?
Try rewriting it again.
Yeah.
Hey, what did that berry remind you of in Knoxville?
Strawberry.
Oh. All right.
What?
I need to go back and look at the comments because it looked like a baby. I don't know what it was, but it was everywhere in the grass. Like people from Tennessee got to know what kind of berry that was.
Oh, you were asking. Okay, I thought you were saying it looks like, and then it blocked out because it looked. Yeah, what is that guy doing? Banded hip thrusters.
He's getting that booty work, you know.
You do a lot of those, Justin?
Dang right.
There was a part in the video where you said, hey, you were meeting Christy Aramo downstairs. Do you guys have the same manager or something?
Yeah, we do. Daniel
who?
Daniel Matt O'Keefe. Robbins, Matt
okay.
O'Keefe.
And is that why you were hooking up with her? She's okay. Because at first I was like, are they
she's like just one of those athletes. I mean, not like Daniel and Matt work with a bunch of athletes and stuff, but Christy's just like kind of one of those people that I've just kind of gravitated towards. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, she seems cool.
Someone I get along with real good.
Yeah. Easy, huh?
Hey, there's me.
Oh, that's what you bought with your prize
together.
That's what you bought with your fittest man in the world prize money.
Yeah. The dang
little
goodbye
bike.
right there. Honda Monkey,
Justin,
baby.
between now and the games, will you just kind of stay hunkered down in one spot and just tend to training and eating and sleeping?
Yeah, pretty much. One of my coaches is up in Vancouver, Washington, Jesse Buffano. So I'm planning on going up there for like a week. I've honestly never been to his gym before, and it's pretty funny. I mean, I've worked with him for a year and a half now. I know him like hand in hand. We do 3 sessions a week together, and we FaceTime for every session. They're 2 hours long, and I've only met him once in person.
Do you know Miranda and Julian Alcaraz?
I mean, not personally, but I know who they are.
Yeah, they're up there in Vancouver, by the way.
Yeah. Wait,
And they're good. They're good people. I'm sure your coach has a place to train, but I bet you they have a pretty crazy place to train too. So if you need to reach out to someone, they're really cool people. Yeah, they're the founders of Street Parking. Yeah. And they're up there and they got a ton of resources. So while you're up there, and they're awesome people. They're easy.
Yeah,
as shit.
I've heard so many good things about them.
Yeah. So if you were up there and you reached out to them, it might even be just a fun thing just to have breakfast with them or connect with them. They're cool people
sure.
to know.
For sure.
Yeah. Not you, Hiller.
All right, I just got friend requested by, I think it was Julian. So.
Oh damn! All right, I eat those words.
So we know each other.
Yes.
I want to ask: are you any good at golf, Justin?
Golf?
You ditched us the other day for Top Golf, which Sevan has no idea what it is. So I have to be the one to ask you if you're any good at it.
I mean, I'm better at CrossFit.
Well, obviously you're the best. I mean, it'd be like, hey, Tiger Woods, you any good at baseball? And he'd be like, well, I'm pretty good at golf. I'm better at golf.
What is Top Golf? What is it? Is it like miniature golf?
No, it's like a driving range, like a glorified driving range. It's like there's like a couple levels to it. Like it's probably like 3 levels, and there's like bays that you can get that are kind of like similar to like a lane at bowling. There's like couches, a lane to like hit your shot off grass. They have clubs for you. You can order food and drinks and stuff like that if you're into that. But yeah, like you can, like it's like kind of like bowling but for golf. You buy a round. There's games. There's a bunch of different flags and stuff that are different sizes and different distances away. And if you make them in, you get points. I don't really play any games. I try to hit as far as I can every time.
Do you at all look at this as a method as training for the games, considering it's hard to get any sort of twisting training in, and just everything's so in a boxing cross? They say it's in the one plane. So when you're going to golf, are you doing it with the plan to get a little bit of an adaptation out of it, or you're just going to have some fun? Probably to have some fun.
Nice.
I mean, we'll probably have some fun, but obviously I do CrossFit, but I kind of pride myself being an athlete, and I don't like when people are better than me at things. And I hate when someone's like, oh, let's go do this, and then we go do it and I suck. So whatever it is, I try to be pretty competent in whatever I do.
And who knows what's going to come out of the games this year?
I know.
What's Justin's mile time? Sub 5. Sub 5 is cooking.
Hey, so Top Golf is like a trade. It's like Kmart. It's like McDonald's. It's like Tiffany's. It's a trademark. Like there's a chain of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it cost $10 million to put the satellite up in the sky to have the Top Golf balls tracked. So now everyone knows.
Wait a second. Your balls are tracked.
There's a little tracker in the golf ball. You hit the golf ball and it goes at the targets. And there's a little screen where you can see the golf ball going at the targets, and that's how you play. So Justin would be like, all right, I'm aiming at So Justin would be like, I'm gonna hit it at the green target, and he'd try to aim at the green target, and depending on how good he is, he'll either get it there or he won't. And
so they're all special balls there. All the balls there are like special balls.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, they got little trackers in them.
Normal, but they got little trackers in them.
It sounds like a place where people just an excuse to just eat buffalo wings, fries, and get drunk.
You got that right.
There's some funny videos of people pretty wasted there.
Yeah.
Falling into the nets.
Yeah.
Are there girls there, or is it just dudes?
I think it's just like there's groups of friends, so just like everybody.
Like bowling.
So Justin, you're competitive and you're there. Do you get just enraged when you'll be playing with people and you'll hit a pretty good shot and you'll just barely miss one of the targets that's a little bit downfield? and then you'll be playing with someone who's completely dog shit. They'll barely hit it, and they'll roll barely into that one net up front and get a bunch of points.
Oh yeah, I'm like, that doesn't count.
It just
Like,
drives
I can
you
do that.
insane. Oh my
Yes.
God. Yeah. You're like, here, I'm just going to like chop it into the ground. And the girls go,
Yeah.
oh my God, I did it.
I did it. Or they slice it and it goes to the one
Being
that's way
competitive,
over
you're
there. Like, you weren't even
yeah.
trying to do
Oh
it.
yeah. All right.
Wow.
Sevan, what else? Go to the next topic. We're done Top Golf.
We're done. Actually, we're done. I just am
Done.
I,
All right. Back into Top Golf.
okay. I'm so glad you came on. I'm pumped about your YouTube station. I just really liked the video. So I wanted to bring it on, give it some love, break it down, dig into some of the scenes. I knew Hiller would like doing that too. We had both been talking about the video. We both liked it. So I appreciate you coming on and letting us go deeper into it. Tell the boys that they did a fucking killer job at making it. And sure. Are you making one for the games too?
Yeah, no, I think I will. Pretty sure. I was actually
sweet.
talking today about it, so I think it'd be good.
Do you have plans for after the games?
Go home, go to Lodi, California, hang out there for a while, see some family and friends, and kind of relax. I'm like, I mean, obviously it's my first season training without school, so like this is my first off season without school, so I'm kind of pretty excited to kind of like actually decompress. Hey,
what are you going to do when you win the games and someone says, "Hey, I'm a CrossFit fan. I have a a $10 million mansion here in Aruba on the beach. You can use it for 2 weeks." Are you
probably
going?
Buy some tickets and go to Aruba?
Right. All right. Good. All right. I think I'm going to manifest that. I'm going to manifest that for you.
Yeah, put it out there.
Guys, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. we have Victor on. Victor is the guy. You're on that show too, right, Andrew?
Yeah, so is Justin.
No, Justin's not on the show.
No, but I am, yes.
Andrew Hiller will be here, and so will Brian Friend, and we're going to talk to that team from, I think, Germany, right?
I don't
know. Or somewhere. I don't know where they're from, but basically they
Sweden.
got Sweden. I got over 100 DMs, people reposting this guy's stuff about how he got screwed by the CrossFit Games. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of it and find out if they really did get screwed. See you guys all later.